Okay, so today we are going to do Unit 1, Notes number 6. So this is going over applications again. So last week we covered applications, which is variables on both sides. Today's will be have variables on one side. Today we'll have variables on both sides. So we're going to again use our cubes annotation. So our first step is to circle our numbers. Second step, underline our keywords. Third step, box our question and write our let statement. Then we evaluate, write our equation, and then we solve. So we have 5 steps. So you need to make sure you first read it and then use your cubes and then solve the problem. So some keywords. If it says plus and increasing, gaining, or earnings, we are going to be adding. This is going to be addition. If we're minus, decreasing, losing, or expenses, these are always going to be subtraction because we're getting rid of them or we're losing them. And if it says per, each, or for every, this is whenever we use multiplication. Okay, so let's continue going on to the bottom. So we're going to read through this and we're going to really break it down. So Jill weighs 120 pounds and is gaining 6 pounds every week. Corey weighs 150 pounds and is losing 4 pounds every week. If these rates stay constant, how many weeks will it take for Jill and Corey's weights to be the same? Okay, I'm going to go through and I'm going to circle my numbers. So Jill weighs 120 pounds and is gaining 6 pounds a week. Corey weighs 150 pounds and is losing 4 pounds a week. How many weeks? What weights to be the same? Okay, underline. So she weighs 120 pounds and she's gaining 6 pounds a week. Corey weighs 150 pounds and is losing. So on gaining, we're most likely going to be adding, and on losing, going to be subtracting. So those both happen every week, so keep that in mind. So how many weeks will it take for their weights to be the same? So now we're going to box our question. Our question is, how many weeks will it take for them to be the same? So how many weeks will it take to be the same? So it wants to know how many weeks. So that's going to be we're going to write our let statement. Let x equal number of weeks. Now our equation, I want you to kind of think about this. Their weights have to be equal. So there's going to be an equal sign in between. So Jill's weight has to equal Corey's weight. So Jill is at 120 pounds and is gaining 6 pounds every week. So she's going to be 120 plus 6x, because x is our number of weeks. While Corey is at 150 pounds and she's losing, so it's going to be subtracting 4 pounds a week. So that's going to be our equation. Then we're going to solve. So we're going to add our 4x. We're going to get 120 plus 10x equals 150, and then move our constant over. So I'm going to subtract 120. You get 10x equals 30. Divide by 10, divide by 10. You're going to get x equals 3. So how many weeks will it take? It will take 3 weeks. 3 weeks for their weight to be the same. Okay, so that is that first word problem. So there's a lot to it since there's variables on both sides, but we just have to make sure we read through it and think about what each of those words is meaning. So let's go to the next page. Okay, let's read through it. It says there are 287 students with iPhones. That should be at CCHS. This number has been increasing at a rate of 6 students per year. Their number of students with Android phones is 119, and it has been increasing at a rate of 14 students per year. If the trend continues, how many years will it take for the number of students with iPhones to equal the number of students with Android phones? We're going to go through and circle our number. So we have 287 students with iPhones, and it's increasing at a rate of 6 students per year. We have 119 students with Androids, and it's increasing at a rate of 14 students per year. So then we're going to underline our keywords. So 280 students with iPhones, and it's increasing. So if it's increasing, we're going to be adding 6 students per year. It's going to be a keyword. And we have 119 with Android phones, and it's increasing also, so it's going to be plus at a rate of 14 students per year. So we want to know how many years will it take, how many years will it take for the number of students to equal the number of students? So we have to equal with the same number of phones. So it's kind of a big box. So we're trying to figure out how many years. So let x equal number of years. So let's kind of talk about this again. So we have 287 students with iPhones, and it's increasing at a rate of 6 students per year. We have 119 students with Android, and it's increasing at 14 per year. So we need to have iPhone equal Android. So our iPhone, we're going to have 287, because that's what they have. And if it's increasing, we're going to add 6 students per year. So it's going to be 6x. Equals our Android, we have 119, and it's also increasing, so we plus by 14 students a year. So that is going to be x. Okay, then we're going to solve. Subtract 14x. Subtract 14x. We get 287 minus 8x equals 119. Then we subtract 287. Subtract 287. We're going to get a negative number. We're going to get negative 168. So we're going to have negative 8x equals negative 168. Last step, we're going to divide by negative 8. We're going to get x equals 21. So how many years will it take? It will take 21 years. For the number of students to be the same. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions. The biggest thing on these problems is you have to make sure you read and really understanding what words are around those numbers to kind of think about how I'm going to put it into our equation. Okay, number 3, we have done multiple of these, so hopefully we're getting the hang of them. It says, John is building a pen for his cattle. He wants the length to be 12 feet longer than my width. So what do we not know the width? So I'm going to draw my picture. My width is x because I don't know what it is. And if my length is 12 feet longer, it's going to be x plus 12 because it's 12 more, so we're going to be adding. Now I'm going to develop my equation. To find your perimeter, you have to add all your sides together. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 x's, and then I have 2 12s. So add those together, we're going to get 24 equals 248. Solve for x, minus 24, minus 24. We get 4x equals 224. Divide by 4, divide by 4. We get x equals 56. So that's really bad. So x, if we remember from our picture, x is my width. So my width equals 56 feet. I think it's 56 feet. Yeah. And then my length, it said in the beginning that our length had to be 12 feet longer. So we're going to add 12 to the 56, and we're going to get 68. So my length is 68 feet. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions over any of this, and you guys can start on your homework.